Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all well. Thank you for joining me in studio today. I was just having a chuckle to myself because I'm laughing. I've got my jelly plate here. So we're going to do some jelly plate art today. I've got a little bit of like tummy ache. I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like I'm sitting my high school exams again. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Toni, and today we're going to have some complete fun with a jelly plate and some other fabulous mediums. Now, if you are not a subscriber to our channel, please click that subscribe button. This will give you that half an hour each and that little bell. So if you are out and about, you will get all of the notifications. Now, I can see everybody's chatting. It's all flying through. I can see it. I'm not going to look down as of yet. I'm just going to do the sort of admin side of things before we actually get into the fun side of things. So my name is Toni, and this is the How to Craft Network. Now, we don't always have jelly when we are in studio, let me reassure you. Now, I'm not even certain if you eat it like that. I just bought them in packets. I'm not sure even if you add them to water or if you could eat it as in the cubes like that. I don't know. Shows you how I don't like jelly. So, but I'm hoping I'm going to like jelly plate art. Whew. So, and breathe. So welcome to the studio, everyone. I am going to today unbox a jelly plate and use it for the first time. Now, I don't even know really how they work. I've seen people using them. I don't know the do's and don'ts. So today I'm just going to go for it, and in the hope you will be able to guide me along the way. So let's say hello to our lovely friends. So hi, Karen, Charlotte, Liz, Enid, Denise. Oh, we've got some new faces on today. So welcome to the channel, everyone. It's not always like this. I do sometimes know what I'm doing, but today I'm totally going blind. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun and just play, because that's what it's all about. And I am always encouraging you guys at home to just have a go. You know, it's only a piece of paper. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to do the same today. I'm going to throw caution to the wind and absolutely go for it. So if you are brand new to the channel today, give us a big wave. Let us know where you're watching from. How have you found us today? I know a lot of you have come from Emma's side of the crafting industry, which is mixed media. However, when we say mixed media, it's quite scary. It gives me bubbles in my tummy, like today. But I know mixed media is just using two things or more together. So I'm not going to let it off-put me. I don't have a cup of coffee. Toni, what's in your coffee? Not jelly. Not jelly, let me tell you. So new faces come to see with the jelly. Have you see jelly on my face? That's what's going to happen today? I'm only joking. So I have today this jelly plate here now. This is an 8x10, and what I thought was I'd go bigger rather than smaller to take the pressure out of it for me. I don't think I'm ever going to do a piece of paper that's bigger than this. So I bought the biggest one rather than buy a small and then have to buy a big one. And I've got a jelly brayer. You've all probably got the stuff at home that you love and use with your jelly plate. As I'm brand new, I just got the things that say jelly on them, as you can see from the plate. So I'm going to use these today. Now, if you do like any of the products I'm using, we have loaded them onto the Thirsty Brush website. So there is all sorts over there. We are launching the website on the 1st of September. But if you do like the products, there has been lots and lots of products loaded over on the website as well. You won't find them on my website because it's not something I would traditionally use. However, I have a feeling I'm going to like today. I'm going to get some fabulous prints. And do you know, if I do get some nice prints, not just from today, but moving forwards, I might make a paper pad from the prints, maybe. See how we get on. So let's have a look. Kirsty hates mess. Me too. Absolutely hate it. So it's going to be testing today. It doesn't have to be messy, I'm told. Let's have a look. Amanda's got a huge one like this. Let's have a look. Karen, I've got a bigger one than you. Oh, it's not a competition. I'm setting myself up for a fall, I know, because it's big. I've got one from years ago, but I've never used it. You're going to be hooked. Linda's got hers out too. So after today's studio, if you pop a comment underneath the live video today, pop a comment under the YouTube video. It can be about anything, whether you've enjoyed the show, is it something you do, something you're going to do, and I'm going to pick a random winner and I'm going to send them something really nice through the post to get them going. Might not be jelly plate related, but it'll be a lovely gift from me to say thank you for tuning in and watching me just make a mess. I don't know. So after we've gone live, after we hit the end on this video, go over and comment. And if you can share on Facebook once we pop it on there, that would be brilliant too. It will be funny. It's, you know, it's guaranteed it will be funny. So let's take this out of the packet. Now, I've no idea what it feels like or anything. I've never touched a jelly plate either, so I am absolutely starting from the box. So when you get your jelly plate, you get sort of a leaflet inside. And it's got basic things, essentials in there. Now, you can take the time to read that. I'm not over precious about instructions. I'm literally going in feet first. I'm just going to see how I get on. So let's take it out of here. So it looks like, it does feel like jelly. Let me just pop this on the side. It feels like jelly, hence the reason jelly plate. I can see where they were coming from there. And it looks, oh, excuse me, and it's got a sticky side, this side, and a sticky side, this side. Now, just a quick one, just totally going off the rails here. When we're on live studio, I have had a couple of ladies contact me about the chat. Now, you know how I suffer with vertigo and tinnitus, and it does go a little bit fast and I miss it. Some ladies have contacted me saying there's a lot of irrelevant chat on our studios, and sometimes there is, and it's not a bad thing. But what they're basically saying is that it's missing, then because it's moving so fast, because we're talking about other things that are not related to craft, they're missing the actual point. And when people are trying to ask a question, they're trying to ask the question 3 and 4 times to get it in, because people are talking about, I don't know, broken things, things that are not related to craft. So I'm not saying you can't talk about things, because that would be incredibly unkind. But if we can try and keep it craft related on the chat, that'd be amazing. Just for the people who can't quite keep up on the live chat itself. So see how we get on. And as always, if you have a question, pop Q, and then hopefully either me or Nathan will pick it up and be able to answer it. It's just like when we go off the rails a little bit, talking about other things, which is okay. It sort of like gets lost in the ether, and then I get a few frustrated ladies contacting me saying, you know, I didn't want to talk about I don't know, I don't even know what it was we talked about last week. But so if we could just keep it craft related, that'd be brilliant. But don't worry if not. You know, you are entitled to talk about what you want, as long as it's kind. So I'm not reading that one last out from Amanda, because I won't be able to concentrate. Let's have a look. Right, okay. So it is like a piece of jelly. You can actually scrunch it up, look. And it feels actually quite nice. Ooh, feels actually quite nice. So there's my jelly plate. Let's pop it in the centre here. I have my brayer. I'm quite excited about this, actually. It's going to be like baking a cake. Make sure it's straight. So at least I know what I'm doing, look. Right, so let's get on with some craft. So on my table here, I've like pinched a few things from my stash where I thought, will it work, will it not? So I've got my ink pads. No idea. I've got some sprays. I know it works with paints because I've seen Emma using the Izink paints. The Izink paints are over on the Thirsty Brush website as well. Ink pads, permanent ones. You're going to have some fun today. Stencils, whole bunch of. I bought some I stole a head of flowers from some flowers that somebody bought me. I'm going to see if I can get some flower print. I have some tags. Got it all going on. So first of all, let's get a print. Now, I noticed when most people were doing it, they were doing it on like a heavyweight paper. So I have paper, but I do also have cardstock. So I thought maybe we'd do both and see what happens. I am petrified that it's going to stick to my plate and the card is going to stick to here, because I've got no idea how to get it off. So, but I am going to absolutely go for it and try it with some cardstock as well, like with a card blank. So, gosh, is anybody terrified? Yeah, oh, thank you for your support with, you know, the chat. It is difficult, and, you know, we can talk about anything, and we love to hear, you know, and people are, you know, sometimes need to get things off the chest about loved ones being poorly and things like that. Absolutely, just talk about it, guys. But when we start talking about, you know, a broken plant pot, or I don't even know what it was that was broken last week, and then I get 3 ladies messaging me saying, you totally missed my question, so I got in trouble. I'm sure it wasn't to tell me off, but they were trying to get a point across and they couldn't, because the chat was talking about something that was going far too fast for anybody to sort out. But anyway, let's move on. So I'm going to use first some paper. Bubble wrap. Oh, yeah. I've got my bubble wrap too. I picked that up on the way in. I pinched it off of Eureka. So shall we get some colour down first? I'm going to use what I know works. And if this don't work, then we'll finish show. So I'm going to use my Izink Nature Paste. So these are 80% plant-based. No toxins, no nothing. Incredibly organic. So I'm going to pop some. Now they say a little goes a long way, don't they? I think you put it straight on your plate. They'll all be screaming at me. Right, I've missed a question there already. Question from Roxanne? Let's have a look. If I miss it and you think, oh, Roxanne, did you say the plates and brayer are on your website? They're on Thirsty Brush website. Go check that out, www.thirstybrush.co.uk. And we've got lots of products on there pretty much related to this sort of craft. So totally different to my website, totally more about Emma and what she does as a crafter, and lots of the things on there Emma has requested. So if you like Emma's style, you're going to be absolutely loving what's on there. Now, I don't know if I need to get on with this because I don't know if I'm going to try on here, but I'm going to take... So you take your brayer and you paint it onto your brayer. Now, I've got two colours going on here. I think I've put too much on. It's like painting a wall. So I think if you go like different opposite directions, maybe get a bit of texture in there. Now, the other thing that concerns me about a jelly plate is how do you get it clean? Now, that does bother me if I can't get something clean. So let's just get this paper here and just pop it on top. Now, this is just going to be a plain print now. Oh, I feel like this is going to tear. So I'm just going to push that down with my finger. And I'm going to... Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, that's not bad effort. Bit boring, but it came off really easy. I'm surprised myself. Right, I'm being told heavyweight might be better. So what do I do with this on here? Let me just put another piece on. Maybe just lift that last bit of paint off there. Now I'm just using paper here. Oh, I've got my plate clean look. And you get like second generation, maybe a ghosty print, whatever you want to call it. Let's just set these aside. Just wash it in the sink if it gets dirty. So if you leave stuff on to dry, if there's paint left on there dry, as long as it's water-based, it'll wash off. That would see. Right, I'm going to use a card blank here now. I'm going to try a bit more colour, be a bit more creative. Let's stick with the colour that I started with. So less is more, because it will really thick that. So let's just put a bit of white on. A bit of the teal, because there's still quite a lot left on my brayer there. Oh, Michaela's saying, well done, Toni. Thank you. I haven't done anything like crazy yet, have I, though? Stand by your bed. So shall we pop a bit of coral in here? This paint is so dreamy. Beautiful. Beautiful paint. Paints are not only for your MDF now, guys. I would have only ever bought that to paint my MDF normally. So if you are a jelly plate fan. Right, so let's mix this up. Now, try not to... I suppose it's all about... Shall we go with that one? Right, I'm just going to put a card blank into that. You know, like a 8x8 or 7x7, this maybe. Oh, it's moved around. That means it's smudged. If it's sliding around, does that mean I've got too much on the plate? What do we think to that one? I mean, it's cockling because obviously it's cardstock blue. That is awesome. Flick some water, flick some water on it. Oh gosh, I'm not going to touch that. That's my favourite so far, guys. I love that. Now that would look gorgeous with a silhouette stamp on, wouldn't it? That's my favourite so far. So I'm going to set that aside. Now, I have some sort of layers going on here. Now, I know you can layer build, so I'm just going to grab another card. And we'll just do a couple of card blanks because I've enjoyed that one. So with this now, if I put a stencil on, let's get a stencil. Shall we add another colour? Less paint is better. Right, okay. Let's add another colour to this. So let's go, let's add a bit of like a reddy colour. So I'm just going to pop a bit of red on. It's sort of like, it's just getting your head around the understanding of the layers, isn't it? It would have gone nice with that, Adele. It's understanding the layers, isn't it? So shall we just like pop a bit of red in? And then if we get a stencil, we can put a stencil on. Like that. And then if we get some paper, what am I going to get if I push paper on that? I suppose if I put paper on there, I'm going to get the stencil through, am I? Maybe not. I'll try. Don't know. I'm supposing you could brayer it off, I suppose. I've got that pattern around, it's better than the actual stencil itself. But if I take that off now, I'll have that stencil on there, will I? And now if I get my card blank and put my card blank on top. Like so. And hopefully we get that stencil print through onto the card blank. Oh, that's better because I haven't put as much on, it's not sliding. And I think I've seen people like brayer it to make sure you get an even. So it might be worth getting two brayers maybe. One to apply the paint and one to, or if you're just happy using your hands, I would probably get a second brayer. I don't know, a smaller one maybe just to push your artwork in. Oh, there are so many ways to deal with this. I honestly don't think I'll be the next Gelli plate artist, but I'm willing to give it a go. What do we think to that one? Bit blobby. Mind you, this is the whole point of it, isn't it? I've got that lovely texture in there with that. Right, let's just put that to the back here. So let's add some more to this. Shall we add some black? So I'm not really cleaning the plate. I'm surmising if you're wanting a specific colour wave, you'll have to clean between, but obviously I'm in studio, so I'm just paper lay over. I think that you don't need two brayers. Do what Karen just said there. Overlay a clean piece of paper and press it down. So I'm using a navy and a black. Shall we pop a bit of white in? And a little goes a long way. This is an 8x10 plate. Just thinking now. Oh no, can you reverse that? No. Shut up, Toni, just get on with it. So let's get some. Don't ever ask me to decorate your house, guys. Oh my gosh. It's gone down the side. Right, shall we put some bubble wrap on this one? Bubble wrap this time. I'm only just starting to breathe. My tummy ache's just starting to disappear. My nervous tummy ache. So that's amazing if you pop it bubble down. Let's have a look. To be fair though, to create your own backgrounds, it's totally cool, isn't it? Totally cool. Now all you would need to do is, I'll grab this. I'll show you in a second. So if I pull this off, I push that on there, look. And then if I take that off, I get the texture on there. You could actually put this onto a journal page, you know, the paint on there. I'm not going to though, because it's starting to get a little bit overwhelming. I've got a lot of stuff going on my table. Card blank. Now I'm just doing them on card blanks because it seems to give a really nice finish. This first one is incredible, gorgeous. So I'm just going to get this card blank in. I'm just going to pop it on, and I'm going to do what Karen said. Grab a piece of copy paper, pop that on top. Take a print from the bubble wrap and the plate. Is that what I'm doing now? Or is that not what I'm doing now? Give this a push. So this is with, my stencil one didn't come out quite as I'd like. Although I did like that other one, and I just had some blobs on I weren't quite sure of. I'll take that off, that's obviously scrap. And then if we take our card off here. Holy smokes, look at that! Look at that, everybody! Is that not just amazing? Oh my gosh. Does that mean I'm now a mixed media artist? Count me in, count me in. I'm just going to leave that there to dry. Now, shall we just try something different? Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab, let's see if we can stamp onto it. Can we stamp onto the jelly plate? You're all going to be screaming at me saying no, no, no. I'm going to stamp onto the jelly plate, guys. And I've just got one of the solid images, and I need a plate, don't I? Right, okay, let's just pick the one which I think will work, or hopefully work. So I need a, I've got a stand down here. Just grab this stand from down here. So if you look at my jelly plate here, I've got hardly no paint on there at all. I'm going to leave that be. I'm not going to clean it because I feel like if I clean it, oh, excuse me, I'm going to be cheating a little bit. So I'm not going to cheat. So I'm just going to take this stamp, move that out of the way. I'm just going to pop it on here. And then I'm thinking if we use a permanent ink, let's go cherry red. Yeah, are you all? Yes, you can stamp. Okay. Well, I'm using a stays on because I think with it being sort of a so let's stamp onto our plate. So should that dry now or stay wet? Don't have to clean it. Oh, yeah, you do have to put your hand in it. So Kirsty says she does this technique for reflection stamping. I'd be interested to know how you do that, my love. I have no idea if this is going to work, guys. I have no idea. I'll just pop another one up here because I'm going to do it on a big piece of card. Oh, stays on's a fast drying ink, so I'll let that dry. And then if we pop some colour on top, If I pop colour on top of here, will it smudge that design? Add white acrylic over the top. Right, okay, I've got white. But will it not smudge that? I need to clean my brayer. Get a piece of scrap here. Just get rid of this. Just get rid of this off me. I suppose you should really clean your brayer as well. Anyway. And if I get some white on here. Right, dry stamp. Is it dry? How do you know if it's dry? Seems wet. Oh, let's go for it. Let's go for it. White on top. Oh, we had another colour as well. Stop faffing, Toni. Get on with it. If I lightly bray over it, lightly, well, I'll lose my rose image. I think I've taken the image off. I am doing it very lightly. Let's just do it lightly. If it don't work, it don't work. I'm just going to add a little, another pop of peach or something in there. They're all probably screaming at me going, you stupid person. Right, I did it lightly, so let's see what the outcome is. Just grab a card. And then we'll just pop it on where paper. It's been around for years, hasn't it, jelly plate art? You know, it's only really come to high fashion, really. The backgrounds I see, though, like what other people create, I'm like, my gosh. I think everybody said that stamp should have been dry. We'll see, we'll see. Right, let's have a look. What do we think, guys? Not a bad effort. I've still got some stencil, some stencil work on there. So you can see it's giving me that. If I'd have maybe done one down here, it'd have looked good though, wouldn't it, hey? Getting carried away, do you think? Think I'm getting a bit bigger than my boots? Right, I'm going to swap out now the paints. Now letting all these dry. Let's try something else. So, I'm told you can do it with your ink pads. Just clean my brayer. Now I'm not going to clean my plate. I'm surmising it'll... Do I need to clean my plate? Shall I get a piece of paper and clean it? Just clean my plate. Look how clean I am. I'm actually liking this. I'm still very clean, guys. What do we all think? Or should I be absolutely up to my knees and eyeballs in paint? Am I not doing it right? Am I not having a... Oh. So the dirtier the jelly plate, the more depth you get. Yeah, I get that, totally get that. So I'm just trying to lift some of that ink off there. Clean. I'm just going to grab, excuse me, I'm just going to grab some smaller pieces of card or some inky, what like stampy backgroundy ones. Hopefully, if I've got some here, just 1 second. Got that much card under here. Don't know where to start. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. So, shall we try with some ink pads? So let's just set these aside. What I was going to show you was, you know, like if you've got an embellishment, say for instance this one here. And let's just get this one because I think this might be my favourite. And you sort of start to embellish a little bit. How cool, when I mean you've painted up and that. You know, so Stamps by Me will work with your jelly plate stuff, I'm certain of it. It's just down to you and your creative sort of flair. I love the bubble wrap. So far, what have we enjoyed the best? The stencil, the bubble wrap, or the stamping? let me know. Let me know what you think. So let's try some ink pads. So ink pad straight to plate. So I'm just going to do some random squares. Different colours. Now I'm using the dye-based ones, but I don't think, given what you're all telling me, that your pigment ones wouldn't work. They would work, I think. Then let's try some spray. Bubble wrap, stamping, Wendy. Let's try some spray. And so if I put a stencil on there now, like that, and then pull it off, and then add paint on top, would that work? Somebody tell me if that will work. If I put that stencil on there, take the stencil off. I don't know, with it being paint, bubble wrap's your favourite. You're all doing well. Shall we just get a print from this one first? I know my nose is running, that's nerves, normally happens. No, let's pick this up first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So this is the ink pad and a bit of spray. Try it, Toni. Oh, why, Enid? Just try it. I like to see before I try. That's all right, and it's not great. Not great. Right. Spray. I've got some shiny. What else can we do? Can we, let me just get where's my daisies? In fact, shall we just lay a little bit of texture on there? Because I like this bubble wrap. Shall we do a bit of, I put bubble wrap in, am I going to get lumps and bumps, do we think? How are you thinking? Oh gosh, she's off. She's off. Right, if I get a tag now. It should do, but but you could paint over the stencil. Paint over the stencil. Right, okay, that'll be next. Let's pop this into here. I don't think this is going to do anything because it moved. No, I didn't get the spots, just a coloured tag on there. Let me just get this paper and clean this off because I'm going to do what that lady's just said there. Got some spots. Got a bit of texture on there. Nothing fancy though. Right, so what I'm quickly finding is the paints are better for me personally. I'm enjoying the paints more than I am the sprays and the ink pads, simply because I feel like I can do those techniques on my glass mat or on top of my Eureka, whereas I can't do the other stuff. So let's oh, I've got some pearly paste here. Let's try some pearly paste. So let's pop this down. Now, pearl. Bit of blue. A bit of teal too. So let's get this on our plate. like that. Then let's put this on. Do you know if I do that though, am I not going to end up with a line? You know, if I paint over it in white? Oh, let's just do it. If I pop that down. Then the lady said to go over the stencil with white. So let's do that. Is this going to move? No. Oh, I need some more. So, and if I go over the stencil with the white, am I just going over the stencil or all of it? Like that. And if I take that off, like that, do you mean? And then we'll get rid of that for now. And then grab some card. Let's get a big card because it's a big one. Pop the card over. Hopefully we get that. Will we get that white? I don't know. I have no idea whether I'll get a white stencil or because of the colour layer. I don't know. You see that there? It's more. I do like the blue though around. I'm not keen on. Maybe I use too much paint there. See that there? I do like that blue and teal though. Don't you? I'll set that aside. Got a theme going on here. All seems to be. Now if I overlay on top of there now with another colour. Shall we go black? Will that come off? I'm talking. Did you just see me talking to myself there? Under my breath I went, like nobody's watching. Right, I'm just going to go. Very therapeutic actually, rubbing that on there like that. And then let's get some card. Take a print first. I bet you're all screaming at me down the camera. You take a print first. I tell you what, it's going to take practice, I know that. But if you are a fan of the plate anyway, please post your makes in the Eureka fan page. It would be lovely to see what you all create because I honestly think a lot of people are scared of it, including me. And I guess at the end of the day, there's nothing to be scared of, is there? I guess, you know. That's picked up some of the detail in there. That looks all right. I'm pleased with that one. You see the stencil in the centre there? Now, one more thing I do want to try is I'm quite liking, let's do blue and red. Oh, let's do a bit of white as well. Right, just clean my brayer off a bit. Now, I did see that some ladies take their journal straight to the jelly plate, and some people use this part here when they're cleaning the brayer off as a pattern sheet, because it looks cool when you've finished as well. So let's spread this around. Like so. And then, where are my daisies? I wonder if, wonder if the heads of the flowers are flat enough. No, I don't think you're going to see that. I'm going to keep going with it though. I'm going to... Hot mess brings them out. However, my daisy looks incredibly beautiful. Result. But you can see how I've got 3 days in there. I don't think it's going to work, so I'm going to scrap that. Let me just brayer that off. Right, so now I do know that we can put some patterns in here with our tool. Just 1 second. With my spatula. Now, I mean, you can do a credit card, but you can pop. Now, my question would be, have you got quite a bit of time to play with this? Does it take a while to dry on your plate? So I'm thinking you could actually paint, you know, like that industrial one I did. If we do lines, and then if we maybe do a circle. What do we think? And then if we just grab bubble wrap and just put a bit of texture on the corners. A comb. Now I'm mucky. Because I've touched that dirty bubble wrap, I'm mucky. Rub it in. Better get on with my card, I know, or else it's going to end up stuck to my jelly plate. I'm still confused to the stencil element of it. Let's just get a print from this first. And then I'll try and do 1 more stencil attempt and then that's it. I think we're done. I'm done. I need to really practice, don't I? But I'm certain, do you know, tomorrow in studio, I'm going to use those backgrounds in with something else. Aaron's been and bought jelly, thinking we were using jelly plate as a technique today. No hope. He will have done as well, I bet you. Have you, Aaron? That one's cool. Look at that. I could, if I'd have done more bubbles. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. I do 1 good one, then 3 pants ones. 1 good one, 3 pants ones. By the time I've got through all this lot, I'll have done a full pack of 8x8 cardstock. Oh, I'll pick best at bunch for tomorrow. Now, my question is, very quickly, guys, and be quick with your typing here. If I pop this on the top now, and I put white on top, am I not going to get the shape of my stencil on my jelly plate? How does it work? So if I pop that on now, and pop some white on, because I want the print of the stencil, a good print though, not like a smudgy print, which is what I'm getting. Do I need to put it on with my spatula maybe? Would that be better? No. Won't take forever. Yeah, I need to brayer it. And just let's brayer it. And hope I don't get like a smudge. I'll just clean my... Do you think that's the best one so far, red, white and blue? Oh my gosh. So am I just keeping the white in the stencil part and not over the edge? Is that the key to it? So try not to get the white onto the rest of my plate. But when I pull my stencil off, then I'm still going to have the shape of the square. Anna. Less paint, push harder. Right. I don't think I've got a lot of paint on here. Like that. Take that off. So I'm happy with that. But then if I take... Oh my gosh. What about this square though? I'm going to get this square on my card, or is that irrelevant? Do I need to pop... I paint over the top of that, I'll smudge it. Come on. I should cut these down, shouldn't I? And if I put that on there now... Stencil with less detail. Stipple on with a brush. Ah, right. Got it. I'm yelling out here, Toni. I know. Got it, Lynn. Because we can trim it down, can't we? And that's what I've got, guys. Is that right? Sorry, didn't really do that. Now, I think if I go over that now again, let's just go over this again. I promise you this is the last time. I'm getting carried away now. I need to just understand how it's going to pick up that print and how it works and how it doesn't. Let's go teal. In the hole. Right, it's going to pick up that print. I'm going to pop a bit of colour in there, guys, as well. Not that all my colours are the same like, but hopefully it might pick up a little bit of that detailed stencil that was still sat on the plate. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to worry about it. I could put another stencil on top, couldn't I? Could I? Could I put a different stencil on the top of that one? Oh, white paper doesn't show. Oh, Wendy, common sense, isn't it? Yeah, it would have been better on black. Let's do this one. I could stand here all day doing this, actually, experimenting. This is going to be my last one. That should lift it. White on white paper doesn't show. Of course it doesn't, Wendy. I think because you're new to it all, you just can't get your head around it. Pattern papers, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Something with like a soft muted pattern and then you go and add your on top of. That would be cool. So tomorrow, no, didn't pick up that. Yeah, sorry guys, it didn't pick up. Just got a blue and a sort of. But if I just take that stencil now and stencil nothing through, I just push that on. That off. Just use copier paper here, but I think I'm just going to end up with a muddy mess this time. Like I said last one, didn't I? So, now that's not bad. I quite like that. That would be nice trimmed down, wouldn't it? You know, I'm going to save that one, although that is copy paper. It's not great, but I'm going to save that one. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. So I have probably 3 that I'm incredibly in love with on here. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 attempts, and I've got 3. My gosh. So not a bad effort there, guys. What do y'all think? Do you think it's something you'll give a go? I'm going to keep going with this, though. I am going to help myself a little bit, though, and I am going to go and watch a couple of YouTube videos to help me out on the things that you can use, how to do the layering process. So next time when I get it out, I'm going to have a smarter way of dealing with it. Because at the moment, I mean, this is chaos for me, total chaos, as you all know. I like to keep things quite clean and tidy. But if you do like what you see and you are wanting a jelly plate or any of the bits and pieces, they are over on the Thirsty Brush website. If you've got a piece of jelly, you know, drop me a comment below. Smells delicious. And if you pop a comment below, I'll pick a winner tomorrow live in studio, and I'll send you something lovely for tuning in and watching me be very chaotic with paint, jelly plate and a brayer. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm not certain you will have picked up a technique today, but at the very least you will have come and had some inspirational fun. I will see you all tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Take care, everyone. Bye.